Yo, what's up, guys? Discount teacher here. Nah, not really. Timu teacher here. Yeah, so this is a first, I think. Yeah, I decided that, since I really like Warpforge, I really like card games, I might as well record some matches, I guess. And so here we are. So what I wanted to present to you this time is the effectiveness, the surprising effectiveness of a particular deck of mine that I really didn't quite expect to perform so well. So, I mean, I'm not a professional, you will probably have to make some changes to the deck. Some of these cards I put in because I like these cards for no particular reason, I just find them funny. Yeah, the War Shaper guy from the Tau Empire. So yeah, you pick the faction that is best known for the long range attacks, and what you do with them is actually switch to melee. No one expects that move. And let's start from the end. So, well, not much explaining needed here. This is an incredibly good unit that is, flank, high damage, long range, also the rally. So if you have it, put it in. Also the lone spear. This unit is surprisingly extremely powerful. So on its own, if you just play it without flank, that's actually still pretty good, really good. Yeah, I mean, camouflage on a big unit is always a good idea. And it also has pretty good stats, and it lost a little bit in the damage department, but it has blast, so hey. This guy is also quite insane if you think about it, because with the flank and 9 damage total on the first turn, as long as the enemy can be hit with a melee attack, so doesn't work on flyers, then this guy is pretty much a 6 mana kill an enemy minion? 9 damage is quite a lot. And he has 6 health, so if he somehow ends up surviving, that's even better. On She, that's a classic. I mean, 6 mana shield and your troops cost 1 less. Flesh Shaper, again, not much explanation needed. Quite a big unit with camouflage, and also it can buff your hero permanently. Relentless Fusillade, because we really could use some AoE, and we will probably never use the Marker Light bonus ever, but 4 mana deal 2 damage to all enemies is still good enough. Krutox Raider, yeah, that's pretty A-OK stats and a really useful rally, especially since Warshaper struggles a little when it comes to killing flying enemy units, and a rally like that is, it can hit anything. So it's great. Hunter Instincts, a Crude Hound for every damaged enemy, so a thing like that, which is a pretty good deal. It has 0... They get hit with ranged for free because they have 0 ranged damage, but a 3 mana 6/06 is pretty good with camouflage too. And also they are infantry, both of them, and that means that means that this this ephemeral ability of Warshaper buffs them both for 1 health. So it's actually better if you have your units spread out a little, because you then get more value out of this ability. This ability, not disability. Honored Ethereal, again, not much explanation needed, Serene Unifier, Shield, also it can help with protecting you, because it grants Vanguard to the adjacent units. Vespid Stingwings, it's a staple of Tau decks. You really cannot make a deck of the Tau faction without them, because this is quite an insane unit. 3 health, 3 mana, 3 mana, 3 health, 1 armor, okay, good start. Flank and 3 damage, dude. Even if you like, even if there is nothing to flank, the stats are good enough to be played on its own. Trail Shaper. He also is quite insane if you think about it. Like, imagine you have like a huge but wounded unit on the board. You can like play him, have a minion on the board already, and replay the guy for 1 mana. That's a big deal. So yeah, but only, you know, infantry. But this is an infantry focused deck, so it's a-okay. It won't work on the long strike, but it will work on the infantry lone spear. And also it's quite nice to combo with a Crude Hound. You know, you attack the enemy hero once with the Crude Hound, return him to your hand, and then drop him for 1. Then you can have like both fresh new Crude Hounds back in their stead. Dark Strider, he doesn't really fit into the theme, but you know, stealth with such high damage, that's like good enough already. I don't think this will be useful anytime soon to this deck, but still, it helps to have a nice stealth guy. Especially since his range, the damage, especially since he has range damage, which this deck might be quite lacking in. This is a very important spell tactic. Sorry, we are in the future, not in a fantasy universe. Sorry. Coco. So +3 melee attack for 2 mana is already a good deal, especially since you can cast it on your hero. And if you have 2 of those, that's basically like turning your hero into an 8 damaged killer machine. But if you play it on a minion that happens to be infantry, it also gives them flank, which is great. Especially with like the Flesh Shaper, or especially with Anshi and Honored Ethereal, because they have shield, so they get to use their shield to the best of their ability. Stealth Drone is kinda slept on, because what you can do with it gives you like a guaranteed stealth for a unit that you want at least 2 times. But with what you can also do is play it on turn 2 and, you know, have it on the field ahead of time, so that you can give the stealth to your unit that you play on the next turn. So yeah, pretty good. Infinite Crude Carnivores, pretty average stats, but they get buffed by your ability, and if need be, you can have like well, up to 2 of them if you play them in the right order, or just an infinite amount of playing them a single time. This, no need for an explanation. Stealth to all of your units, infantry, minions, troops, is quite insane already for 2 mana, but it also gives them like +1 melee attack. Incredibly good, and this is actually one of the best cards the Tau Empire has, because what you can do is, if you have a bunch of squishy minions on the board that have like, you know, good damage, but they can die pretty easily to like flankers or some stuff like that, you just cast this on your hero, because you can do that, and you know, these are like pretty protected. Armor 3 is quite a lot of armor, and your hero will tank like a champ. Okay, so that's about it, I think. I mean, I have the Essence of Stone in this deck, but I'm gonna get rid of it. It never came in handy. So what can I add to the deck that is quite useful, but also kinda fun? A Pathfinder is infantry, and the Marker Light can help with dealing with flying enemies, so that might be good. There's also this other infantry guy that gives Marker Light, this one, but he buffs drones, so not really all that useful. I would I would like to get something with the infantry tag, if possible. Oh, I didn't put emergency dispensation in. Huh. How silly of me. But yeah, also insane card. Playing it for free on, you know, energy turn free, and then being able to play some, like, I don't know, Lone Spear, for example, 3 turns earlier than normally, for 4 mana, essentially, so the next turn. That's crazy, that's fucking crazy, man. No, cancel, done. I have my camera here, so I kinda don't see the corner of my screen. But yeah, it's... I'm not that good, so maybe it doesn't mean much, but it's one of my best, most well-performing decks ever. Like, it's my go-to deck if I want to get some ranks. Did I disable the bots? Not sure. So yeah, time for a bit of a showcase. Why not? Let's have some fun. While we can, because they will be getting rid of those soon, I think. Those special effects. Is this a person? That's a real person. If you see a player that has like a one-word nickname, they are rank legendary 0 points, and they have no alliance, then those are most certainly a bot. Should I emergency? I want to at least attempt to have some sort of a board control.
With courage and discipline, we shall stand victorious.
And as a bit of maybe a controversial choice, I will not attack with the Crute because he's protecting the ethereal. So what I especially like about Worshiper, his health might be a little low, but he has a Strike Heals 1 ability, which is very good, because you don't have to use your ephemeral ability to activate this effect, which is great. More Crutes, I suppose. Time to Crute. I'm Cruting! So even though you start with quite a small amount of health, you will be able to out-trade pretty much almost every hero, with very few exceptions. Like I out damage out. Let's try that again. I out aggroed Titus, which isn't easy to do. Quite a few times I out aggroed Lucius. There is this one hero that Sisters of Battle have, the lady that can, you know, get shield for free. I couldn't quite get her. So yeah, but still. I'm gonna cast a bunch of things that cost 2 mana this turn. So this. I think shield is usually the best choice out of those, personally. And it might be a little reckless to do it like this, but yeah. So, check this out. I have 2 quite nicely, two units with some pretty good attack. That are just, ready to pounce on the enemy hero.
None escapes the spider's bite.
And deal a bunch of damage. Let's do it. Nah. Okay, without this. Okay. Let's do it like this. 3, 2. Ah. It has to be this guy, I think. Okay, this. This. Bam. Bam. This. And shield on her. So now those units have, well, quite enough health. Like, if he casts this storm thing that the Elder always do,
The skeins of
yeah.
fate are treacherous this day.
Even if he did, he would have to get pretty lucky with the rolls on the damage of that spell. Ooh. Goodies. I dropped a legendary from the packs quite recently, so yeah. Who is this again? They might have some flying units, but also might not. I'm gonna keep the Krutox Rampager. I think the Tide Wall is better. Some of their units, some of the Ultramarine units tend to be pretty tanky. That's a human too, right? Yeah.
What is yet to come is for us to decide.
I hate this hero, by the way. Yeah. 2 mana deal free. Very nice. Thank you, GW. Very cool. He's a little too versatile for my taste. He can do anything. Draw, damage, and protection. And by the way, this protection thing is also like really powerful. Yikes. Yeah, I'm getting screwed, aren't I? Okay, tanking for this early is like not a good idea. Going second sucks so much. Okay, whatever he plays now, I might be able to kill it with the Krutox Rider. I would hope. Yeah, keep drawing. Ah, fuck. Can you stop playing flankers for a minute, at least? Let's save the Vespers for later. I have the tempo now. What now, nerd? But yeah, I don't know if you've heard, but I forgot the name of the company behind this game, but like they are about to get rid of those like special global effects that affect both players and change the board entirely. And honestly, I think it's for the better. I can kill the tank with a Crude Hound, which would be kind of funny, by giving it flank. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I guess you could say, someone let the dogs out. Yeah, I'm gonna keep attacking him, which might be a bad idea because they have those spells, those tactics that deal like 4 damage to the face and 1 more if it triggers Codex, which is kinda a bit of a dick move in my opinion. Spells that just deal direct damage to the enemy face are kinda cheap tactics.
One strike is all I need.
Huh. I'm still getting screwed though. Yeah. It's gonna be a little uncomfortable. But I have to do this.
Study the enemy's
And
vulnerabilities.
Dark Strider should secure us a safe next turn for us to play a Lone Spear, perhaps. Seriously, if you were ever to like make a deck, not a deck, similar to this one, Lone Spear is a must-have. It's such a good card. Lone Spear is, in my opinion, good enough that it's like a must-have for every deck, which I don't often see.
For courage and honor!
Yeah, smite. I'm gonna smite. I'm smiting. You wish it did free. Sorry for making it so personal, but yeah, I really hate Tigurius now.
No prey can hide from us.
Couldn't really afford to Lone Spear. I mean, it would be a bit of a waste, but only a bit. I'm gonna keep him as some sort of ace up my sleeve. I'm gonna check. Okay, yeah, you should be able to hear me right. Let's listen to some tunes.
The Emperor's work must be safeguarded.
Ooh, someone is on their back foot. You have to heal, huh? Shield? Do the shield, it will be funny. Yep. Oh! And this guy. Color me surprised. Okay, 4 plus 3, 7. 7 plus 2, 9. I'm 2 off. Oh well.
Show me your strength. I will make it mine.
Can he kill me? Against Ultramarines you always have to kind of think, you have to assume that they have both of those 4 mana deal 4 damage codex and one more. You have to play while assuming that they have this. So if he does, that's like 9 damage into my face and he can also hit me, so he would be 2 off as well. And therefore I am safe, just barely. Unless he also mixes it up with this little spell that refills some mana. Then he could try smiting me, which would finish me off. Huh. Ooh. Attacking with your hero at such low HP. Okay, we won. Thanks, Relentless Fusillade. So yeah, as you can see, it's we won against Varo Tigurius at legendary level in ranked, which if you think about it, yeah, Varo Tigurius is one of the best heroes out there for the moment at the current patch. Oh, that reminds me, I was supposed to check... I hate those guys. I think the Space Wolves reveals begin today, which I am quite excited about. They just keep adding more factions and cards to this game, which I approve of.
The hunt begins. Today we feast.
My wife? Hey yo. Hello. What are you doing here? Nice avatar, by the way. But yeah, Gene Stealer cults, if the enemy plays it right, they are really hard to deal with. Do I let him get a one-mana guy? It's probably a bad idea, but I'm gonna let him do that. I don't know, I'm just feeling funky, but dropping Crude Houts on curve, it's a really good play, I think. I hope. I hope it's a good enough of a play that it was worth not playing the Sabotage, but... Yeah, I was more hoping for the Blood Angels instead of Space Wolves, because I'm a Blood Angels fanboy. But I guess I have to settle for the Emperor's Children, which, to be honest, I'm kinda surprised that they added them at all. Yo, Yoshima, I'm recording. Be careful what you say. Wait a minute, can you hear me?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, what's up? I'm playing a card game for children.
Card game?
Yeah. I could...
Warhammer is a card game?
Yes, they have 2 card games actually.
Why 2 card games?
Yes.
Same universe?
Mm.
Wow. Why? Why not just one
Why?
polished card game?
Both are quite polished. That's because they have
6
actually...
out of 10.
They have... What, did you check it out? Who rated it like that?
On Steam. I guess people on Steam. Mixed reviews.
They don't know nothing. They don't know what they're talking about. They probably lost a couple of matches and got salty. They have actually a few more card games than just 2, but the main 2, like the 2 of them are like the main ones.
Okay.
I think I'm getting fucked.
By your wife.
Yes. Weird how that works, right?
Pray can hide from us.
I'm not all too surprised, I hate this faction. But yeah, they have 2 card games because like the universe of Warhammer is like actually like one of the biggest ones in existence. It's unimaginably huge, and because of that the whole setting has like an actual history. So one of the card games takes place during an event called Horus Heresy, which was 10,000 years ago. But the game that I'm playing right now, Warpforge, it's like in the current setting.
Okay.
In the year, you know, the current year, which would be 41,000. Oh my god, another shop. Yo, this faction is really quite interesting, but also a pain in the ass to play against. Look, I had to play all the trap cards. Now, what they do is they put into your hand a card that like fucks you over, and you have to play it to get rid of it. And
Okay.
it's a very interesting idea, but personally I find it to be incredibly annoying because it slows the game down. I have to keep playing some cards that cost like, you know, like I have to waste my energy playing those cards
The day of ascension approaches.
instead of my own. And yeah, I kinda felt that it would happen. This faction is like, I don't know, maybe I'm bad, but this faction is one of the hardest to play against, for me at least. They are actually really strong. Yeah, because what the faction can do is like, look at this guy. So he plays a guy that has stealth and, well, kinda underwhelming stats, but for 3 mana he has this guy, but also shuffles this into my hand,
Okay.
which is incredibly mana efficient for him to do. Save me, Fusilade.
There is nothing you can do to stop our ascension.
Yeah, I think it's Jover. If I get 3 armor, I can squeeze out a turn more, but that's about it. And I seriously doubt that a single turn more will save me. I don't know what would I have to draw to make it work. Yeah,
Topple the walls of
I'm
the
done.
oppressor.
Unless I maybe get another Relentless Fusilade? Nah, even that wouldn't help. Oh yeah, and also he gave him like immortality, whatever. No, I think I could also squeeze another turn out of this, but yeah, this invulnerability decided it all. I'm gonna play one more and we can play together, because I really want to play, like, I really want to showcase this deck. I spend a lot of time playing this game, so hey, why not? Might as well record it.
Rank legendary.
Yes, I'm a legendary gamer.
Wow.
That's me. Raging Storm every time.
The hunt begins. Today we feast.
You are defiling sacred ground and will now face his judgment.
This guy is called Mister of Battle, which is kind of funny because the faction that he's playing as is called the Sisters of Battle. So he's like the only Mister in the ranks.
Wow.
By the way, you often complain, for a good reason, about what Magic did to its own setting by releasing all those weird crossovers.
Yeah, universes beyond. They call
Yeah.
it like that.
So there is a bit of that happening in the Warhammer universe too.
Does
Because
SpongeBob?
no, not they don't do crossovers, luckily, yet. What they do instead usually is steal ideas from others, but that's a topic for another day.
Okay.
Infinite buffs. Oh, he didn't attack me. Stupid. He...
Prey can hide from us.
Wait, actually, no, he did the right thing, I think. Yeah, he's gonna gain a faith point. They are killing us! Pray harder! Keep praying! So what I wanted to say is that there are like 2 entire factions within the human empire place that are like, their characteristic is that they are made completely of women. The Sisters of Battle and also the Sisters of Silence, which it really fits that it's a fantasy world that you can have a silent woman. But what I wanted to say
I have vanquished worse.
is they have two entire sub-factions that are characterized by... he didn't kill it off, bro. That are characterized by being made purely out of women.
Heed the call to the hunt.
But what they decided to do instead, for some reason, is forcibly add women to other faction that was entirely comprised of men for the longest time ever, which kind of defeats the purpose, because they see it as like, why are there only men in the custodian guard, so custodies? We have to add some women to the game. Come on, guys. And yeah, it's a whole debate about this topic, because
How they like reproduce?
oh no, those are like just representative factions out of many others that are like unisex and stuff. Like you can also be just a civilian on some other planet. But what I mean is, Space Marines and the Custodies are like the opposite to the Sisters of Battle and Sisters of Silence. Like,
Yeah.
there is a group of men only and there is a group of women only factions.
Okay.
And it's really quite not nice that they felt like they have to add women to the male-only faction, which, it's not like I have... Like, I like to joke around. I don't have anything about... I don't have anything against women. But it kind of defeats the purpose. Like being male-only or being female-only is like a characteristic trait of those groups. And so when you just haphazardly add a lady to the team, or it's just as damaging as if you were to add a man to the female-only team. Like, do you agree with me? Am I making sense?
The hunt does not wait.
Yeah, like I know what you want to say.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to talk with you and also play the game well, which is it's very easy to make a mistake, but yeah.
What
I
is the
think
name of this faction? Like men only?
men only, there are two, or at least used to. The Space Marines, which are like the main characters of the setting, let's be honest here.
Okay.
And the Custodies used to be male only too, but then they like decided that actually let's add a woman because of some weird lore snippet from 50 years ago, which is silly billy stuff, if you ask me. Okay, the guy started stalling for time, which means I'm doing pretty well.
The prosecution of any war courts the perils of barbarism.
He might do a certain combo next turn that will kill all my minions for free. If he does another relics, I think... if he does relics into the legendary spell, then he will kill all of my minions, which will hurt. And yeah, it kinda sucks because, like, technically there wasn't anything in the lore that specifically stated that the Custodies are like a male-only group, but the Custodies are like the upgraded Space Marines, which are male only, and also there was no mention of any female Custodies for the longest time ever. So even though it wasn't stated, like, it was just a historical thing that there weren't any, so everyone kind of, like, it's pretty set in stone that they are male only.
Yeah, I see that those two, like Space Marine and Custodes, are male only
Yeah.
because of some genetic stuff. Like Custodes are created from the Emperor's genetic material.
Yeah.
The process has only produced males. Okay.
Yeah, that's
I'm not
the entire,
familiar
you
with
know,
Warhammer 40k, but
that's
yeah,
the
it makes
lore
sense.
reason for it. And when you just start remaking stuff like that, just because you feel like it, you will sooner or later just kind of lose any connection you had to the setting. You know, if you keep changing stuff all the time, it will inevitably at some point become, you know, like, well, why am I even in this hobby if it means like this hobby changes every 5 minutes? Yeah. And what I find especially weird about it is that a lot of people tried to pretend like it wasn't a big deal. And also they try to make it into like a, oh, you just hate women thing, which isn't true. I just like the lore, and I would like the lore to remain consistent, okay? Because if you have a lore and plot as expansive as Warhammer, if you keep changing things, you will end up just making a whole bunch of nothing.
Yeah, I see your point. I see that on Reddit there is like whole thread about it.
Yeah.
Heed the call of the hunt.
By the way, guys, whenever you fight a Neurophrobe, you wanna kill him as fast as possible, or he will drop huge minions by like turn 6, turn 7. So you have to aggro as hard as possible. Yeah, this guy seems to be playing some sort of a late game kinda deck, so you want to swarm him as hard as you can.
One more game and plays another game.
Yeah, I was hoping you wouldn't notice. Because the first one ended pretty quickly. Also, this one, look, this one also ends pretty quickly. I just keep winning. I can't stop winning. Like,
Wow.
I'm sorry. We're gonna keep winning, and you're gonna be tired of winning, and you're gonna say, "Oh, Mr. Trump, we are so tired of winning. Can you please stop?" And I'm gonna say, "No, we're gonna keep winning." So stupid. But yeah, I also find the huge muscular Custodes women hot. So yeah, I wouldn't mind that, but just stick to the lore, guys. It's important. It's why everyone enjoys this hobby. And also you have to put into question some of these people that worked on changing this lore, because some people are very, very weird about it, in my opinion. They claim to be fans of the genre, but the moment the owners employ them and give them an opportunity to work within the genre, within the universe, and make something, the first thing that they do is change everything. So are you really a fan of the thing if what you do all the time is change stuff? He thought he was safe, but I just suddenly turned into a 9 damage monster. Okay, that was it. My friend is waiting for the game. That will have to suffice. I'm gonna make another episode on this deck because I really like it. So thank you. See you.